Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for March 23rd, 2017. Thank you very much for joining me. I haven't fully recovered. There's still, my voice isn't great, so I hope that you can hear me okay. I'm talking as loudly as I can. Thank you so much to everyone who emailed me, messaged me, sent me well wishes. I do appreciate it. I was supposed to go on a trip actually, but I had to cancel it on account of this cold. But it is what it is. But I am feeling a little bit better, and so I was anxious to get back to work really, because I miss doing this every day. Okay, so I'm going to keep the video short if I can, because I don't want to strain my voice. I'd rather make sure that I recover properly as opposed to asking too much of my voice and so then maybe losing it altogether. So we're going to jump right in here, and thank you for joining me once again. And remember that these are general readings, and we're looking at energies that surround us at this time and what we need to know about these energies in order to be able to use them for our highest good. And since we're looking at energies, these will play out in different ways for different people, which is why I always encourage everyone to keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it helps, if you feel that it speaks to that. So the message for today, or whenever it is that you watch the video, is stick to what you're doing, don't give up. Okay, that's pretty much the message that I'm getting here. So the first card that we have, and I think this is called the Mystic Dreamer Tarot, and then the Oracle card comes from the Wisdom of Avalon deck, I think. So the first card that we have is the Four of Cups, and this is the influence of the past on our current situation. And I'm getting the Four of Cups here as a time in our lives when we got to a point where we just weren't happy, and so we were having a difficult time finding the motivation in things. We were having a difficult time being open to new opportunities or new ideas or new approaches. I'm seeing the Four of Cups here as a card of emotional exhaustion when for whatever reason, whether it's because we kept pushing on something, or it was just work, or it was just that we didn't have time for ourselves, or we had very high hopes for a situation and we invested a lot in a situation. For whatever the reason, this is that point when we got to emotional exhaustion, where we felt drained. And this could also represent a time in our lives where we were waiting, and we felt like we were waiting forever and nothing happened, nothing changed. Okay, and so this is where we're coming from. This is what is influencing our current situation. In today's energy, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles here, for some of us, it talks about the fact that, we moved on from this situation. We actually turned around from the Four of Cups, and we saw this Ace of Cups being offered to us, and we started to build upon it. We started to nurture that potential, that seed, okay, that opportunity that was sent to us. And so with the Seven of Pentacles here, we got to a point where we need to stop and assess where we are, how we got here. Are we happy with the way things are going? Are we really manifesting our vision? Do we need to change anything, and so on and so forth? For others of us, this is about the situation that we felt stuck in, and the situation that got us to the point of feeling exhausted, feeling drained, feeling like we don't know what to do anymore, feeling like throwing our hands up in the air. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, it's about, okay, let's change what we're doing. Let's have a more grounded approach to things. Get out of our emotions a little bit, because they're not doing us any favor at this time. Have a little bit more of a grounded approach. Be a little bit practical here and really assess, okay, objectively as much as we can. Is this a good thing for us? Is it taking more from us than what it's giving us? Is it something we continue to invest in? Is it time to cut our losses and pull back? Is it that we could do things differently and get to the point where we wanted to get to? The Seven of Pentacles is that kind of an energy. It is a number 7, so it talks about our truth, finding our truth, testing our truth, okay? Speaking our truth, in other words, being honest with ourselves and being honest with others in terms of, look, I've been looking at all of this. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And I'm looking into, can I do things differently to turn the situation around? Or is it just something that is just not for me? The Seven of Pentacles here can also talk about, okay, well, this is where I am. This is how I got here. Okay, it took this and this and this. And I'm starting to see results. Am I happy with these results? Am I happy with how fast they're happening? Could I do anything else to help them along? Or is it just a case of just letting things come together? It is a card of assessment, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. But the key here is to have a balanced approach, a practical approach, not an emotional one, because we may find it difficult to see things clearly, okay, because our emotions may be clouding our judgment. And so with the Seven of Pentacles, it is an energy that says we have to be true to ourselves. If something truly makes us happy, if something is, what we truly believe in, then maybe we can look at that and see, okay, is there any other kind of approach that I can take to make that happen? Because I really believe in that, and I really believe that that is meant for me. I feel it. Or have we been investing in something and just investing, and we're not getting anything out of it, not even the emotional satisfaction, the emotional fulfillment? Who are we doing this for? Is it for ourselves, or how do we get ourselves into that situation? Okay, so it's that kind of questions that we're looking at for today. But again, from a grounded, down-to-earth approach. And then the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with is the Eight of Wands. So whatever we were stuck in, whatever we are assessing today, we're going to see progress with this Eight of Wands. Now this can mean we find the approach that we needed to take, we find what we can do differently, and we start applying it, and things just take off for us, and we find that result, we have that epiphany, we have that breakthrough. Or it can be that we're walking away from a situation because it was just a waste of time and resources. We weren't getting anything out of it. Maybe it was someone else's vision that we were trying to manifest. Maybe it was something that we didn't really identify with, we didn't really believe in, and that's why it was so draining. And in that kind of a situation, we're leaving that behind, we're starting fresh, and we're starting on something that we do identify with, that we do believe in. And with the Eight of Wands, things are picking up speed, things are getting easier. It's like we're getting green lights everywhere, because exactly, that's exactly the reason, because we're doing things for ourselves, for our souls. We're doing things that are true to us, that we believe in, that we identify with, that we find fulfilling in whichever way, okay? And that's why things take off. That's why things get easier, okay? No more obstacles, no more delays, no more being in two minds about things and constantly questioning things and, feeling like everything has to be a struggle. It really doesn't, okay? So taking off, breakthroughs happening, freeing ourselves from a very difficult, challenging, and draining situation, and starting to walk a path that is for us, for ourselves, and finding it a lot easier to walk that path, okay? And definitely more fulfilling. The guidance message that we have is the dog. The number is 19, so that adds up to a 10. So it is a time for completions and new beginnings. And the dog is about loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love. So this is about, for some of us, it is about being loyal to a situation, to a goal, to a dream, to a vision. We may have encountered obstacles, we may have encountered ups and downs, we may have encountered, a place where we feel stuck. But again, the key is to take a step back, reassess, don't give up on it. If it's something that you feel in your heart is what you are meant to be doing, then chances are it's true. So this is about, okay, don't give up on that. Just take a different approach to it. Maybe, you know, we are looking too much at the details and we're missing the bigger picture. Maybe we're getting lost in the details when actually the solution is simpler, okay? So it's an energy of being true to our dreams, to our vision, to our goal, being loyal to it, and just coming up with a different approach, coming up with a different perspective, treating ourselves with unconditional love and acceptance, with compassion, not beating ourselves up about things in terms of, I can't believe I got here, I can't believe this isn't working, I can't believe I was so stupid to believe in myself. That's none of that, okay? None of that. That's what keeps us in the Four of Cups energy, and that's not a good energy to be in. So the unconditional love here, the unconditional love message is about, okay, everything happens for a reason. It's not about us beating ourselves up about things. We did the best we could in any given situation with the information we had, with the resources we had. We truly did the best we could, and that's that's as much anyone can expect from us. So it's about saying, okay, I'm not thinking about things in terms of, is it my fault that this is how things are, or is it someone else's fault? That's ego consciousness, and it's not helping anyone. We're looking at the situation with love, compassion, and acceptance, and saying, okay, having the more down-to-earth, practical approach. Okay, this is what we have to work with. All right, I've tried this and it hasn't worked. Cool, I've tried this and it hasn't worked. Okay, what else can I do? Who else can I talk to? Where else can I find inspiration? And then the breakthrough happens, okay? On the other hand, for those of us, this does talk about being true to ourselves, being honest with ourselves. And if we are getting ourselves, or if we have been involved in a situation where we feel drained, we feel depleted, we feel like we're always fighting, like it's always a challenge, a struggle, chances are that deep down inside we know that that's not what makes us happy. And we know that we shouldn't be there, or we shouldn't be trying to do that, or we shouldn't be trying to pursue that because that's someone else's vision for us, or that's what we were taught that we had to do, or that's what we were made to believe that was good for us, and whatever else, whatever the reason, it was just not something that we identify with. It's not something that truly makes us happy. And again, chances are we already know this in our hearts, okay? But we may have been blocking our intuition and blocking that knowledge of this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's why we got to this place of feeling depleted, feeling stuck, feeling like nothing makes us happy and we don't find fulfillment in anything that we're doing. And if that is the case, then again, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's not a matter of, okay, whose fault is it? It's not a matter of who did what wrong. It's a matter of, okay, I'm going to put my feet on the ground, clear my head, and look at things for what they are, take them for what they are, and decide what is best for me, what my best approach is that would make me happy, that would give me fulfillment, that would take me to what I'm looking for, to what would make me happy. And maybe, it is to shift course, it is to take a different path, it is to free ourselves and turn our backs on a person or a situation, whatever the case may be. Okay, so either way, the message here is about being true, being loyal to ourselves, to our dreams, our goals, our visions. What we feel makes us happy, what gives us emotional, spiritual fulfillment. And it's time to make the changes that we need to make to start to walk that path. Number 10 is about an ending and a new beginning. So for some of us, it's definitely a matter of doing something differently, ending an approach, a situation, and taking on a new approach, starting a new path. For others, it's about, again, walking away from a situation because it does not serve us truly. It's not for our highest good, and we know that. And then just starting to walk a path that is all about who we are. Okay, the number one, the I am. Who am I? What makes me happy? What gives me fulfillment? What is my purpose, my dream, and so on. And so it can be a really beautiful day for change and transformation in the pursuit of our happiness and fulfillment, really. So so these are the messages that we have coming forward for us for today. I really hope the messages make sense and that they help. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for being patient with me. Thanks for following me on the other social media channels while I wasn't able to post on YouTube. Quite a lot of you have been checking out my Facebook page, my blog on my website, Instagram as well. So thank you very much for that. I hope that the messages posted there have been useful while I was away from YouTube. And yeah, thank you for all the well wishes, okay? But I hope the messages make sense. Hope they help. Let's have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.